Hi, a very warm welcome to TFN and Pragatives. I'm Madhvi with you, and today we are joined by Dr. Juhi Rachel Baluja. She is a consultant psychiatrist. A very warm welcome, ma'am.
Namaskar. Hello.
Ma'am, these days, women are facing the hormonal imbalance issue. How is it connected to their mental health?
See, pregnancy is a time where hormones are fluctuating from the first trimester till the time the woman gives birth. In fact, even in the postnatal period. So these ups and downs in the hormones results in her emotions and her behaviors also going through. You can call it a roller coaster. So there are times when she is filled with utmost happiness because she's pregnant. She's going through the best phase of her life, and sometimes she will feel that she's at her worst, emotional and mental state. So yes, it's a roller coaster ride, all contributed to the changes in her happening in her biology as well as in her hormones.
So, ma'am, a pregnant woman, goes through the prenatal and the postnatal phase. What happens? What sort of mental psychology is there? Does she go through depression?
Well, there is a stark difference from the time a woman is pregnant to the time when she gives birth. I would often say that there's a day night difference. Like when she is pregnant, she's getting all the attention, even for her basic needs, not only limited to her checkups, to her, taking her tablets on time, to ensuring that, she does not fall into any of the high risk groups, but even for things like, ask simple questions that have you eaten well? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough rest? So it's almost like a very princess treatment a woman experiences when she is pregnant. But in contrast, the moment she gives birth, she actually becomes a background character of her own story because the child takes precedence, the child takes the center stage, and the questions also change. Rather than, from being asked that, have you eaten, have you slept well, the questions change to, has the baby been fed properly, has the baby been changed, has the baby gotten enough sleep? So there is a stark difference which is palpable even to the mother who is attending to her child.
So, ma'am, these days, how do you see the current scenario? Is it shifting? Earlier, the awareness was less. Right now, has the awareness increased, or there is any need to work on it?
It is a developing concept because, like I was saying, that earlier people used to shut off emotions by normalizing them. That you're feeling bad. Why are you feeling bad? You become a mother. That should be the best point of your life. Why is there for you? Why is there a need for you to feel sad?
Yes.
Why is breastfeeding so hard for you? Like she would even get comments like, "हमने अपने ज़माने भी तो किए थे, हमने भी तो बच्चे पाले थे." So all these kind of things, they minimize the distress, which might be very significant for the mother, and that would further, disable her to seek out help. But like I said, that now that conversations are changing, mothers are becoming more aware that, even the smallest of emotions can have a biggest impact on her well-being as well as that of the baby. So it's important that even though she's feeling sad for one day, it's important that she speaks up. So that if at all she might if it necessitates any sort of help, it should be given at the right time.
Any message for the audience?
All I would say that it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes the same village to take care of the mother. So it's very important that all her needs are met, not just physically and socially, but also her emotional and mental needs, which are very very important. Because if she gets a safe space to convey what she actually feels, we can actually help and intervene at the right time, and that further has a very positive impact on the child which she is raising.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. Pleasure.
Thank you.